Hello everyone, hope you all are good and hope that you have studied the previous lectures of chapter 7, which is cash book and its types properly. In today's lecture, we are going to start with illustration 3, which is about preparing cash and bank columnar cash book in the books of Gayatri Brothers. Yeah, we have understood about two columnar cash book, that there are three. The first of which is discount and cash columnar cash book. That we have understood, I think, in the previous lecture. And today we are going to start with the second two columnar cash book, which is of cash and bank. You can see I have prepared a specimen for that. So we just need to write down the proper heading, that it is cash book of Sri Gayatri Brothers. Cash book of Sri Gayatri Brothers for the month of April 2015. Okay, this is the way you give heading, and of course the left hand side of cash book, which is known as debit side, the very first column on left hand side is the column of date. This is receipts. Receipt number LFC. अमाउंट की दो कॉलम है, कैश and bank. It is clearly written that you are supposed to prepare cash and bank columnar cash book. So the first column is of cash, second is of bank. Again, the second side starts now. Date, payments, voucher number, LF, cash, bank, debit, credit. Okay, so we are done with the preparation of format for preparing two columnar cash book with the column of cash and bank. Okay, so 2015, 1st of April, the very first transaction that is given. Yeah, opening cash balance rupees 6,000 and opening bank balance rupees 5,000. See, here you are having two columns of amount each side. Yes, so you will be writing the opening balance for cash, even for bank. This is the cash balance, this is the bank balance. Cash on hand in business, bank balance in business bank account. This is business bank account, not your savings account. Yes, so please don't get confused in this. So first of all, 2015. The month is April. First, opening balance, debit side, to balance brought forward. Yeah, this is opening balance. Alright, receipt number, major folio, nothing. What is cash balance? 6,000. What is bank balance? 5,000. This simply means that in the beginning of the month of April, on 1st of April, you are having 6,000 cash and 5,000 in bank. Then on 3rd of April, it says goods of rupees 10,000 sold to Pankaj for cash at 10% trade discount. Goods have been sold to Pankaj. If you are selling goods, you are going to receive amount. So we will be writing this transaction on receipt side, because at the time of sale of goods for cash is received. Cash comes in. Debit what comes in? Cash comes in for what? For the sale of goods. That is why we are writing to sales account. Yes? 3rd of April, goods have been sold to Mr. Pankaj for cash. Hence, the name of Pankaj will not come. It's only sales account. Goods have been sold for cash. Hence, this amount will be recorded in the column of cash and not bank. So, let me put a dash here. 10,000, 10% trade discount. Firstly, 10% of 10,000 is what? 1,000. So, the net price of goods 10,000 minus 1,000, 9,000. Alright. Next. Goods of rupees 3,000 purchased for cash from Janki. Goods have been purchased for cash from Janki. Firstly, this is a cash transaction, hence will be recorded. And this is a transaction for purchase of goods. Purchase to cash. Cash is credited. This transaction will be recorded on credit side of cash book, because at the time of purchase of goods we are supposed to pay cash. Yes? So 2015 April 5th of April, by purchase goods of rupees 3,000. So you have paid 3,000 cash to Janki for purchase of goods. Next, 7th of April, cash of rupees 1,500 is deposited in the bank. Cash is deposited in the bank. Now understand, this is the most important transaction of all. Try to understand that I am explaining. Let me write down the journal entry for this. First of all, you are not supposed to write, I am just explaining. Cash has been deposited in the bank, so bank account debit. To cash account. In this journal entry, all what we can interpret is बैंक में पैसे आए, cash goes out, and we are having both the columns for cash and bank. Yes. So wherever in whichever transaction the bank and cash both are affected, yes, that those type of transactions are known as contra transactions. They are known as contra transactions. Excuse me, please. The transactions having effect on both the sides of cash book. Yes. So firstly we will record this on receipt side. Yes. Receipt side on 7th of April we will be writing to cash. Let me write this differently so that you can recognize it well. folio you will be writing C, because this is a contra transaction. Cash is deposited in bank. How much? 1500. Got it? Otherwise, you can just have a trick. Cash has been credited in the journal entry. So, at the time of posting, debit side, you will be writing to cash, but amount in the opposite column, bank. Reverts to this on this side, on 7th of April, by bank account, cash goes out. Yes, where? It goes to the bank. It is deposited in bank. How much? 1500. So you see, the transaction having effect on both the sides of cash book are known as contra transactions. These are the transactions where bank and cash both are effective. Yes, so this is to be written on both the sides. Yes, on receipt side. Who is the receiver? Bank. So in the column of bank, 1500. What is deposited in bank? Cash. Then again on the opposite side, the same journal entry, cash goes out of the business. So on payment side, cash goes out 1500. Yes? I think yes. There is a mistake. Amount is to be written in the column of cash. By mistake, I just wrote in the column of bank. Cash goes out, so in the column of cash. Yes, goes where? To the bank. Yes, it is paid to the bank. What? Cash. Cash goes out, bank is the receipt. Yes. So this is how you record contra transactions. The theory of this is given on page number 164. You have a topic contra transaction. Let me read it and explain the same. Contra transaction means such financial transaction in which cash and bank, both the accounts get affected. Example, cash withdrawn from bank or cash deposited in the bank. This type of transaction is recorded on both the sides of cash book when cash and bank columnar cash book is kept. Whenever you are preparing cash and bank columnar cash book, at that time this transaction will be recorded on both the sides of cash book. Okay? Next, we have seen that such cash and bank columnar cash book serves the purpose of cash account and bank account. Thus, when such cash book is maintained, cash and bank accounts are not required to be opened separately. Contra transaction affects only cash and bank account. Hence, the posting is not required, but C will be written on C will be written in the ledger folio number LF column. See, we have written C on both the sides. Generally, contra transactions are of two types. Cash deposited in the bank, the transaction that we have understood. Second, cash withdrawn from bank. तो कॉन्ट्रा ट्रांजेक्शन दो टाइप के होते हैं, इसमें से भी फर्स्ट टाइप तो हमने सीख लिया 7th अप्रैल को, इलस्ट्रेशन 3 में वो दिया हुआ है. ओके, सो दिस वाज द न्यू थिंग फॉर टुडे. यस, बट वी हैव अंडरस्टूड. यस, मूविंग अहेड विद द सेम सम, आई मीन सेम इलस्ट्रेशन. ऑन 9th of April, stationery expenses of ₹1000 and salary of ₹3000 paid by check. Firstly, it is paid directly without giving a second thought. I have to move this side for recording this. The payment is by check, so I will be writing the amount in the column of bank. This is the common sense. Firstly, stationery expense of 1000 is paid. On which date? 9th of April by stationery, please excuse me, by stationery expense account is paid by check. So amount in the column of bank 1000 rupees. On the same date, what else is paid? Salary of rupees 3000. Clear? Next, rupees 1100 paid towards shop rent. So of course on payment side, by shop rent account. Now the only question is that it is paid in cash or is paid in check. Is it mentioned in the transaction? No. Nothing is mentioned, it is cash. Yeah. If it is paid through bank, it is clearly mentioned about bank or check. That check is given, check is issued. Otherwise, it is cash. So 1100 towards shop rent in the column of cash. Next, on 14th of April, check of rupees 3000 received from Asia, which is immediately deposited in the bank. Check has been received from Asia. 14th of April. Of course, if I am receiving something, I am going to write on receipt side. And I am receiving the check, and hence the amount I will be writing in the column of bank. 3000. Check of rupees 3000. Yeah. Next, on 17th of April, rupees 1000 withdrawn from bank to pay fire insurance premium. See, 1000 has been withdrawn from bank for payment of fire insurance premium. Fire insurance premium has not been paid yet. So this is again a contract transaction. Let me explain. They say that the amount has been withdrawn from bank, yeah, for payment of fire insurance premium. They have said that it is just withdrawn. Did they instruct us that fire insurance premium is paid just the way they have instructed us in transaction number, yes, on 11th of April, yeah? They have clearly said rupees 1100 paid towards shop rent. Here the only amount is withdrawn and the journal entry is cash to bank. You have withdrawn an amount. You haven't paid. That simply means you have taken cash. Cash comes in from bank. Bank is the giver. Yes. So this is again a contract transaction. Yes. And will be recorded on both the sides. Cash comes in. So on which date? This is this transaction 17th of April. Receipt side. Cash is taken from bank. Cash comes in. So receipt side in the column of cash. How much cash? 1000. And here on the same date, by cash. Cash in the column of amount in the column of bank. How much? 1000. I repeat, cash is withdrawn. So on receipt side in the column of cash, cash comes in 1000 from bank. Here on payment side, amount goes out from where? From bank, 1000. This is how we record contra transaction. Yes? Next. On 21st of April, furniture of rupees 8000 purchased for household and check for the necessary amount is issued from the bank account of the business. Furniture has been purchased and check is given from business bank account. Yes, so this is your personal expense. Yeah, furniture if you are purchasing for your house, it is personal expense. And a check for that, the payment of that amount is from business bank account. So this side, on which date? 21st of April. This is nothing but drawings. Isn't it? Amount, it is 800. Furniture has been purchased and the amount is paid from business bank account. The check has been given from business bank account. Yes? And furniture whenever purchased for household purpose is always drawings. Drawings is always debited. The journal entry for this transaction is drawings account debit to bank account. In journal entry, drawings is debited. So in the process of posting, credit side. Yes? Cash goes out from bank. The payment is via bank. So on payment side in the column of bank, 800 for drawings. Yeah. Next. On 23rd of April, it says fire insurance premium paid. See, this transaction is related to the transaction on 17th of April. You have taken cash on 17th of April from bank. See this contra transaction. Yeah? But you have not paid fire insurance premium on the same date. Huh? You have paid it on 23rd. So on payment side, 23rd of April, by fire insurance premium. Of course, you have paid in cash. How much? The amount is in the transaction 17th of April, 1000 rupees. 17th को आपने बैंक से पैसे विड्रॉ किए थे फायर इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम पे करने के लिए 1000. You can see the posting with the green ink. Yeah, but you did not pay. That you have paid on 23rd of April. 27th of April, placed an order with Akbar Bhai for supply of goods of rupees 5000. Now this is a non-financial transaction, nothing to clarify with this. Yeah. So this will not be recorded. The only thing which is left is of total. तो total का जो process है वो same ही रहेगा. सबसे पहले डेबिट साइड का कैश का टोटल हम कर लेते हैं 6000 plus 9000 plus 1000 16,000. 16,000 minus 3,000 minus 1,500 1,100 and 1,000 9,400. Of course, what you are supposed to write here, by balance carried down. The last date of the month of April is 30. $9,400. सेम फॉर द कॉलम ऑफ बैंक, देयर इज नो डिफरेंस, उसका भी टोटल इसी तरह से किया जाता है। 5000 प्लस 3000, 5 6 7 8 and 9500। 9500 minus 1 plus 3 4 plus 1 5 plus 8 5800. So balance carried forward is 3700. Closing cash balance. Now the total to be written same on both the sides. This is how we write the total. Of course, this will become the opening balance for next month. For the month of May 2015, May 1st, to balance brought forward the same amount, 9400 and 3700. Yeah, there is a short of space and this completes our sum. Yeah, it was extremely simple. As I said, total तो सब में हमें एक ही तरीके से करना है. Let it be 2 columnar, let it be simple, let it be 3 columnar. So total, this is for the last time that I am teaching. Next sum onwards we will be solving only the sum and total आपको खुद से करना है. Is that okay? Okay. So we are completed. We are done with illustration 3. Yeah. So now let me find out a sum for similar kind of sum from exercise, and we can solve that. Yeah. Question number 5. Page number 185. Yeah, I need to clean the board. By that time, we will prepare the specimen for you. Cash book is very simple and easy chapter, I can say. You just need to be clear in your mind that whether you are supposed to record the transaction on debit side or on credit side. Now that common sense at least you should have, that if the transaction highlights that the payment has been made, that means it is to be recorded on payment side and not on the receipt side. Yes? Let me just clean this quickly so that we can start with the sum from exercise. And the sum that we will be doing in the next lecture will be again of 2 columnar, maybe with the column of discount and bank, or bank with bank, we can say. The chapter is quite interesting. And yes, the new thing that we have learned today is about contra transactions, if I am not wrong. Yeah? Rest of the things were same. So stop करना पड़ेगा. मार्कर ब्लैक नहीं चल रही है.